Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So today I will be reviewing the second episode of season 9 of the Housewives of Atlanta. So let's get to it. So the episode opens with Kenya's housewarming party where all the ladies were in attendance. And my fave, Portia, was working that red dress. Portia is so pretty. I really like her. But I'm not sure I like the new improved anger management Portia. This is just not going to work for me because Kenya kicked her out for no earthly good reason. Only reason is because she's Kenya and she just doesn't have, she has a screw loose upstairs. But I really didn't like the way Portia just took it like a woman and just did the right thing and left without any drama. Like, what? No! Portia, I need you to reach inside yourself. Forget everything you learned in that anger management class. Because if you're going to keep continuing to be mature and doing the right thing, I don't know if I can take it. The only good thing about that party was the resurrection of Matt. I really like Matt. I really think Kenya has been blessed with him because we all know that she has a screw loose. And so she's really lucky to find someone who really seems to like her. She has to make this work. Note to Kenya. Kenya, you have to make this work. I don't know if you noticed, but you don't have any other suitors out there. No applicants, nothing. This has to work with Matt. Don't run him away. He's your last hope. So I'm glad you realized that in your interview when you admitted that he does love you, and without him, you probably won't have any more runner-ups. Like, make it work. That was the best thing of that party. Moving on. Next, we had Cynthia, Bailey, and her daughter Noelle. This had to be just a really heart-wrenching scene for me to watch because when you get to a period in life when your children grow and they become adults, I don't know how old she is, but just old enough to see what's going on and have opinions on things. When they tell you from the bottom of their heart some of your, let's say, flaws or weaknesses in life, it's very hard to hear. Because you don't know, I mean, it's just hard to hear anyone to let you know, well, hey, mom, you're being a fool. That's hard to hear from a friend. But from your own child who you know has your best interests at heart, it's very hard to hear. So when I saw Cynthia's reaction, my heart went out to her. But kudos to Noelle for telling her mom the God's honest truth. Like, Peter, he had to go. He just has to go. I don't care how sad he looks. He wasn't sad when you were asking him, stop going to Charlotte so much. You have to remember this, Cynthia. You have a tendency to wait a little long before you give someone the boot. So while I see you're in real pain and agony, divorce isn't easy for anyone. And it's really hard to watch her being so sad. Those are true emotions. But he's got to go. Do not get weak. Peter has to go. He brought this on himself. Now, note to Peter, from the bottom of my heart, I mean this in a nice way when I say, Peter, bye. Next, we have Candy, Todd, and Mama Joyce in the whole old lady gang thing. Todd volunteered. It was all his idea. Let's open a restaurant and let's involve Mama Joyce and the old lady gang. Now, he's the one that gave these women the name Old Lady Gang. Gang means a group of bandits, soldiers, mean people. I don't know what the word gang means, but I have a tendency to stay away from gangs. Todd, you should have stayed away from this old lady gang. I mean, I don't get it. What, your life was going too good and you wanted to, like, what can I do to mess it up? Well, let me get Mama Joyce and her sisters back together in a room so they can just tear me down. Todd, I have no idea what made you think this was a good idea. Now, you know how Mama Joyce is. I mean, didn't you have enough? It's only a matter of time before she turns on you. If this whole restaurant thing doesn't go your way, you are doomed, buddy. And no one's gonna feel sorry for you. Not Candy, not that Don Juan. No one. You brought this on yourself. I mean, you were good. Mama Joyce decided, I'm not gonna ride him anymore. I'm gonna let the little guy go. He is the father of my new grandbaby. No! You were like, things are too good. Let me just muck up my life. I pray for you, Todd. And when you were sitting in the candy factory and Mama Joyce made her way in and decided that for no reason at all, Phaedra's going to be my new victim. Did you get a flashback like, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? I was off the hook. Now, as far as Mama Joyce talking about Phaedra, I'm really scared to give this review because Mama Joyce is just a bully. She's just like, she's the new Suge Knight. She's the Suge Knight of Housewives of Atlanta. Only thing about this new bullying situation she's got going about Phaedra for no reason at all. She just decided to make Phaedra her victim. But I hate to say it, for the first time. It makes a little sense. Let's analyze what Mama Joyce is saying here. She's saying, you're living with a big-time, full-on criminal that had already been in jail once for criminalizing, and you had no idea. Now, Phaedra, I love you. I really do. And all of your mannerisms, oh yes, I love all of it. But Mama Joyce might have a itty bitty, huge, gigantic point. I'm sorry, Phaedra. I feel guilty by speaking my truth, but I think it's gonna cross everyone's mind. Only the new Suge Knight of the Real Housewives was bold enough to put it out there. And I don't believe that she heard it in the streets. She always prefaces her meanness with, I heard it in the streets. But there's no streets. You're the streets. But for the first time, I have to say, I agree with you. Sorry, Phaedra. The truth is the truth. And finally, the final event is Portia's new mystery room party. Listen, look, this whole anger management thing, it's not going to work, Portia. I love you. But anger management doesn't mean not speaking your mind, putting up with people's mess, or having dull, uneventful mystery room parties. Like, no. I really need you to reconsider, Portia, this whole anger management thing. If you could just still have the funky attitude without hitting, I'll be so proud of you. All you have to do is stop with the physical hitting. But everything else, you've got to speak your mind. I mean, without that, this show is like, doesn't have any spunk. And I'm so disappointed that I'm not really too impressed with this season so far because I was all prepared to love it. It's just not working for me. Which brings me to the final scene, and that's Sheree. And I call her Kenya Marbles because she's just Kenya. Listen, I don't know why you are intentionally starting a ridiculous beef with Sheree when you know your house wasn't completely done when you had your housewarming. She spoke her mind. That's what we do. People speak their minds. You've said things about her. I don't get it. But she did have the finale, which I love. The whole season had to watch the whole program to get to the hell to the no. Sheree, I love that. Hell to the no. Listen, Sheree is not a fair fighter, Kenya. I don't know who you're used to bullying, but Sheree's not the one. She fights in a different way than I'm used to. She'll throw shade, but pretend like it's not shade. I don't know if that could sustain me a whole season. I mean, it's fun for the time in her little hell to the no, but I don't know if that's going to last all season. So, note to the producers, we've got to beef this up somehow. I don't know. I don't know if I'm missing Nene. It's just not working. So, let's hope it's a better week next week. Until then, talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.